So I think the power box is working now for audio too.
Okay.
I fixed it.
Thanks. I'm just going to keep using this one. 16 viewers so far. Little shootout.
Is it a continuous stream from the name? Okay.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good. You're still hanging in there.
Just retired from the forest.
You just retired?
Just retired this year.
Good
The
for
first
you.
year not in the front. How are you doing? Still living in
Well, I'm still living in Canada.
Florida? Is it Canada, Florida?
I live here in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. Our daughter's down there, so that's
Good for you. You're looking healthy.
yeah.
Texas weather's good for you.
Yeah. It seems to be.
Especially if you have to shovel this stuff in the winter time.
Yeah, I don't want to shovel anything.
Good to see you.
Hey, gotcha.
just want to give a warning for everybody who's plugged into this power box. When they do the mark capacity, and we're going to end up cutting this cable. There's going to trim coming across. So juice up as much as you can over the next hour because we're going to have once again.
Heat up for a second. I talked to Dennis Block. They got to introduce you to, so we got to introduce you to afterwards. To get good pictures. Great video of the whole arcade. There's Blair. See Blair. We have 29 viewers right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remove headrest. The service will be starting momentarily. S'il vous plaît, enlevez vos chapeaux. Laissez les mains pour commencer.
Jess. Is it the battery?
Today's service is the 37th memorial in recognition of our recently fallen officers. In addition, we're also honoring following officers whose names are being added to our historical category. Le service d'aujourd'hui rend hommage à nos agents décédés récemment, mais nous rendons également hommage aux agents et agentes décédés antérieurement, dont les noms sont ajoutés à notre tableau d'honneur. Constable, l'agent James Burkhardt, Canadian Pacific Police, Vancouver, Police du Canadien Pacifique, Vancouver. Constable, l'agent Robert G. McIntosh, Canadian Pacific Police, Calgary. Police du Canadien Pacifique de Calgary. Senior Jailer, gardien de prison principal, George O. Leach, Essex County Jail, pénitencier du comté de Essex. Constable, l'agent Charles Richards, Niagara Village Police, police du village de Niagara. This year's ceremony is dedicated to the following officers. La cérémonie de cette année est dédiée aux agents suivants. Constable, l'agent Douglas J. Lark, address presented by Corporal Don Moore, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Gendarmerie Royale du Canada. Constable, l'agent Dave J. Ross, address presented by Corporal Louis Robichaud, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Gendarmerie Royale du Canada. Constable, l'agent Fabrice G. Jebotan, address presented by Constable Tom Raymond, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Gendarmerie Royale du Canada. Constable l'agent John Zipchik, by Constable Ryan Furan, Toronto Police Service, Service de police de Toronto. Conservation Officer, l'agent de conservation Justin A. Naxted, address presented by Conservation Officer Kevin Harrison, Saskatchewan Ministry of Environment, ministère de l'Environnement de la Saskatchewan. Ladies and gentlemen, the welcome address by the Minister of Public Safety Canada, the Honourable Steve Blaine, Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness. Mesdames et Messieurs, l'allocution de bienvenue du ministre de la Sécurité publique et de la Protection civile, l'honorable Steve Blaine.
Bonjour à tous, good morning. I am humbled to be here today with the law enforcement community on this solemn occasion. It is with deep sympathy and great respect that I welcome the family and friends, common police and peace officers, and all the officers gathered here in our national capital to mark this important observance. Bienvenue aux familles de nos policiers et de nos agents de la paix qui sont ici avec nous. Cette journée est pour vous, pour vous offrir notre gratitude et une nation en deuil pour celles et ceux qui ont donné leur vie pour notre pays. This event is an opportunity for our country and all Canadians to formally express our deepest appreciation to the brave men and women of this country who have lost their lives while keeping Canadians safe. It is a privilege For Canadians to recognize those who continue to demonstrate tremendous dedication despite the risks involved. And more importantly, it is time to thank their family and to tell them that we have a nation that is expressing gratitude. Those who take charge of dangerous situations so that innocent Canadians can remain safe. Canada is a safe country because you are. Those who leave their homes every day to go to work with the knowledge they might not make it back. Those who sacrifice their own safety to ensure that our children and my children are safe when they run through the schoolyards, playgrounds, and go out night windows. Je voudrais remercier M. Brock de l'Association canadienne commémorative des agents de la paix pour les efforts qu'il est déployé continuellement pour préserver la mémoire de nos prévenus. Depuis les 24 dernières années, notre pays a perdu de façon tragique de 6 à 8 policiers agents de la paix à chaque année. Aujourd'hui, 140 membres qui sont gravés sur le tableau d'honneur commémoratif. Ce sacrifice est bouleversant. These inscriptions not only serve as lasting reminders of the ultimate price paid in the line of duty, but they also help keep the memory of these brave officers alive in our mind, in our heart, in our spirit. As police and peace officers do in Canada every day, these fallen officers stood for us against elements that threaten the safety and securities of our communities. They stood for us against those who would do harm our country, our communities, and our families. They stood for the rule of law that preserves and protects our safety, our freedom, and our democracy against criminals, against terrorists. They are our Canadian heroes. Nous sommes ici pour reconnaître également le travail de tous ces agents de la paix, de toutes ces policières et ces policiers qui, à chaque jour, assurent la sécurité de nos rues. Merci d'être présents aujourd'hui au nom de vos collègues de partout à travers le pays. Votre bravoure, votre éthique, votre loyauté est remarquable. Despite the inherent risks, you choose this most commendable path of public service. We as politicians are making the law of the land, and you are making sure that the land is safe. So we have a responsibility towards you. We recognize that police and peace officers put their lives on the line every day so that the rest of us can live in peace and security, indeed, in those very particular times. Comme tous les Canadiens et les Canadiennes, j'ai été choqué et profondément attristé par la fusillade des agents de la GRC à Moncton, à Kodiak, au Nouveau-Brunswick. Cet acte de violence insensé nous rappelle durement les risques avec lesquels nos policiers et nos agents de la paix sont aux prises lorsqu'ils travaillent pour protéger nos collectivités, protéger les Canadiennes et les Canadiens. Alors que nous suivons le déroulement de cette tragédie indescriptible que nous étions arrivés à nos écrans, je sais que la communauté a été renforcée par le soutien extraordinaire d'autres agents qui sont intervenus, qui ont apporté le soutien, notamment à Kodiak, lors de cette cérémonie très émouvante. It takes a special kind of courage to knowingly and willingly put your own life at risk to save another. That is why our police and peace officers, what all of you here do every day. And for all those reasons, you deserve my admiration, you deserve the admiration of all Canadians, you deserve the admiration of our nation. Au nom du Premier ministre du Canada, Stephen Harper, au nom des membres du gouvernement et du Parlement, je tiens aujourd'hui à vous dire merci. Merci pour faire du Canada l'un des endroits les plus sécuritaires au monde. Merci de veiller à notre protection. God bless you. Merci beaucoup.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Canadian Peace Officers Memorial Association, Dennis Brock. Mesdames et messieurs, Dennis Brock, président de l'Association canadienne commémorative des agents de la paix.
Good morning. Bienvenue. Each year, all the members of the police and peace officer communities hope and pray that we will have a memorial where there are no new names being added to the honor roll. Unfortunately, this is not the case for 2014. This year, we are adding more current and historical names. These tragic deaths remind us all that every day when we go to work to undertake our peace officer duties, the risk of death is ever present. Last year, there were 837 names on the memorial honor roll, and today we're adding more. Our hearts and prayers go out to you, the next of kin, who have lost their loved ones. All of us in law enforcement families share your sorrow. There's nothing we can say, and there's nothing we can do that will ease the pain of your loss. But today we are here to honor and pay our respects to our fallen colleagues, your loved ones. Your loss is our loss. Our colleagues, our friends. Ce sont nos héros. Nous les oublierons jamais. They are our heroes. We shall never forget them. God bless them all.
Please stand for the opening prayer read by Reverend Canon Robert Hurd, chaplain of the Ottawa Police Service. Veuillez vous lever pour la prière d'ouverture récitée par le révérend chanoine Robert Hurd, aumônier de la police d'Ottawa.
Our hearts, our minds now reach out to embrace the memory of all police and peace officers who have spent their lives and freedoms to ensure the lives and freedoms of the members of communities entrusted to their care. They were and will always remain for us our friends, our comrades, our family. Their passage has brought us much pain and sadness. May perpetual light shine on them, and may their souls rest in peace. Ô Seigneur notre Dieu, vous qui avez veillé sur notre naissance pour nous accueillir dans vos bras au moment de notre mort, soyez notre refuge et notre consolation alors que nous pleurons la disparition de nos êtres chers aujourd'hui. Embrassez-nous avec amour, donnez-nous de l'espoir malgré la confusion et la grâce de nous abandonner à une vie nouvelle. Tout cela, nous vous le demandons par la puissance de votre Esprit éternel, dispensateur de vie. Amen.
Please be seated for the first reading, read by Alain Tousignan, Regional Deputy Commissioner, Quebec Correctional Services Canada. Veuillez vous asseoir pendant la première lecture lue par Alain Tousignan, sous-commissionnaire régional Québec Service correctionnel Canada.
Lecture du psaume 121. Je lève les yeux vers les montagnes. D'où le secours me viendra-t-il? Le secours me viendra du Seigneur, qui a fait le ciel et la terre. Qu'il empêche ton pied de glisser, qu'il ne dorme pas ton gardien. Non, il ne dort pas, ne sommeille pas, le gardien d'Israël. Le Seigneur, ton gardien, le Seigneur, ton ombrage, se tient près de toi. Le soleil, pendant le jour, ne pourra pas te frapper, ni la lune durant la nuit. Le Seigneur te gardera de tout mal. Il gardera ta vie. Le Seigneur te gardera au départ et au retour, maintenant et à jamais.
The second reading will be read by Detective Steve Laramie from the Toronto Police Service. La deuxième lecture sera lue par le détective Steve Laramie, Service de police de Toronto.
But the souls of the righteous are in the hands of God, and no torment will ever touch them. In the eyes of the foolish, they seem to have died, and their departure was thought to be an affliction, and their going from us, their destruction. But they are at peace. For though, in the sight of men, they were punished, their hope is full of immortality. Having been disciplined a little, they will receive great good, because God tested them and found them worthy of himself. Like gold in the furnace, he tried them, and like a sacrificial burnt offering, he accepted them.
Please stand for the lament. Veuillez vous lever pour les lamentations. Constable, l'agent Douglas J. Larche, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Gendarmerie Royale du Canada. A married father of 3, Constable Douglas James Larche was born on the 18th of January 1974 in Campbellton, New Brunswick, and was raised in St. John. Upon graduation from the RCMP Training Academy on February 4th, 2002, Constable Larche was posted to J Division in New Brunswick, working at the Dopetown Detachment until transferring to the Kodiak Detachment in 2006. There, he worked at a number of roles and was most recently assigned to the Kodiak Major Crime Unit. An avid runner, Doug enjoyed running in many races and marathons and was able to enjoy a new personal best this past Mother's Day. Doug was a loving husband and father who lived for his family. His 3 princesses, daughters Mia, Lauren, and Alexa, were the lights of his life, his most precious treasures. Doug's widow, Nadine, lovingly remembers him as an extraordinary father and husband, loving, loyal, funny, and completely selfless. While inclined to keep work and family life separate, Doug derived great joy from giving presentations in uniform at his daughter's schools and daycare, emphasizing that police officers worked to keep them safe. Despite being a very private person, Doug had a silly sense of humor, one that he usually only revealed to his family and close friends. Doug likely relied on his sense of humor as he worked hard every day to ensuring a safer, better world for all of us. Above all, we should remember Doug for his dedication, sense of duty, and loyalty. Doug was killed in the line of duty on the 4th of June 2014 in Moncton, New Brunswick, while responding to a call of an armed and dangerous man. Doug's girlies always thought their daddy was their hero. They can live the rest of their lives knowing this is to be true. Constable l'agent Dave J. Ross, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Gendarmerie Royale du Canada. Taken from us too soon, Dave Joseph Ross was born on May 22nd, 1982, in Victoriaville, Quebec. He went on to join the RCMP in Ottawa soon after graduating from the policing program à la Cité Collégiale in Ottawa. Upon graduation from the RCMP Training Academy on July 9, 2007, Constable Ross was posted to J Division, New Brunswick, at the Kodiak Detachment, where he began working in general duty policing. Most recently, Constable Ross had realized a dream come true and had become a police dog service handler, working with his beloved partner, Danny. Dave had been enjoying a happy 4-year marriage to Rachel, while also being a proud and loving father to son Austin. Another baby was being eagerly anticipated by the couple for arrival in September. It is clear that Dave was a man of integrity who put his all into everything he did. He was a responsible young man who enjoyed the great outdoors, hunting and angling, and had a particular love for dogs, especially German Shepherds. It seems Dave was destined to have a 4-legged partner that brought him so much joy. Dave was killed in the line of duty on the 4th of June, 2014 in Moncton, New Brunswick, while responding to a call of an armed and dangerous man. A loving and dedicated son, Dave's mother, Hélène Rousseau, described him as a hero, her hero, for she was so very proud of all he had accomplished in his life. His father, Yvon Ross, achingly told of how Dave will forever be in our hearts. And both parents acknowledged how much Dave cared about his work and that he had died doing what he loved to do. Still, to his wife, his children, his sister, his grandparents, his stepbrothers and stepsisters, and many aunts, uncles, cousins, and extended family, the loss of Dave will leave a void for quite some time. In the days following Dave's death, the RCMP reported that Dave's beloved canine companion, Danny, would be partnered with another officer in the coming months. Rachel Ross was likely comforted by this, as she said, "It wouldn't have been fair to Danny to retire him, as he loved his work as much as Dave did. Dave will be sadly missed and fondly remembered." Constable l'agent Fabrice G. Gévaudan, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Gendarmerie Royale du Canada. Fabrice Georges Gévaudan was born on the 14th of January, 1969 in Boulogne-Billancourt, France. Working as a motorcycle mechanic in the noisy suburbs of Paris, Fabrice dreamed of a better life in a land of wide open spaces. After landing in Canada with a little more than his suitcase in 1991 and working at a number of jobs, Fabrice eventually obtained his Canadian citizenship. He joined the RCMP at Regina, Saskatchewan in 2008. Upon graduation from the RCMP Training Academy on February 11th, 2008, Constable Gévaudan was posted to J Division, New Brunswick, specifically at the Kodiak Detachment, where he worked in general duty policing and was part of the RCMP's underwater recovery unit. Known for expressing himself largely through his physical being, Fabrice was both a trained diver and a runner. He was also an orderly individual who had high regard for process and the necessity of organization. While Fabrice often experienced the less admirable side of life in his work, he relied on his quick sense of humor to remain a strong sense of optimism. Fabrice was also well known for approaching everything in his life with zest and vitality, and he never took on anything he couldn't finish. He traveled all over the world to accomplish all his endeavors and crossed many oceans to be able to begin the most fulfilling adventure of all. Finding the love of his life in 2013, he became a loving husband to Angela and stepfather to Emma, both of which he was extremely proud to say were his princesses. He lived a very happy, fulfilled life, and Angela and Emma are proud of him for the sacrifice he chose to make. Fabrice was killed in the line of duty on the 4th of June 2014 in Moncton, New Brunswick, while responding to call of an armed and dangerous man. Fabrice loved his family, his community, his job, and life itself. While he died protecting the lives of the individuals in his community, he died as he lived, a happy man. As well as by Angela and Emma, Fabrice will be missed by his mother and father, Laurence and Jacques Gevaudan, his brother, Marc Christophe, and his sister, Aude Emmanuelle, who all reside in Boulogne-Billancourt, a suburb of Paris. Constable l'agent John Zivchik of the Toronto Police Service, Service de Police de Toronto. John Zivchik was born July 9, 1979 in Port Colborne, Ontario. John was born to the proud parents of Vladka and Zvonko Zivchik and was cherished by his older brother Tom and his younger sister Angie. On November 30th, 2013, John was seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident while responding to an emergency call for service. John was rushed to St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto and sadly succumbed to his injuries on December 2nd, 2013. On January 10, 2008, John was sworn in as a police constable with the Toronto Police Service and was assigned to 22 Division in Etobicoke. John worked in the Primary Response Unit, the Major Crime Unit, and lastly, 22 Division Traffic Unit, where he excelled at traffic enforcement and accident investigations. One of John's greatest passions in his life was physical fitness. He enjoyed working out and was in tremendous physical condition. John was active in soccer and tennis and played competitive basketball for years. After losing his father at the age of 25, he wanted to provide a father figure to youth and volunteered in his spare time as a big brother for big brothers and big sisters in Niagara. John was extremely close to his family, especially his mother, Vicky, whom he would call each and every day, even just to say hello. John also had a special place in his heart for his young niece, Lila, and treasured every moment he had with her. John was a very kind-hearted soul who never hesitated to provide assistance to anyone. He once assisted a female while on holidays in Cuba who was injured in an accident. He not only brought her to the hospital, he even paid for her medical treatment out of his own pocket. John received a commendation from Chief Blair for this noble act. John fulfilled his lifelong dream of becoming a police officer and served with the Toronto Police Service for just over 6 years. His file contained numerous letters of appreciation from members of the public who he assisted during his time with the Toronto Police. John was truly an inspiration to all those who knew him. He will always be remembered for his big heart, infectious smile, enduring personality, and dedication to policing. His last selfless act was donating his organs in death to save the lives of others. John leaves behind his mother, Vicky, Tom, and his wife, Mira, Angie and her husband, Chris, and their daughter, Lila, and is sadly missed by his beloved grandmother, Marija, his extended family, friends, and police family. Conservation Officer, l'agent de conservation, Justin A. Naxted, from the Saskatchewan Ministry of Environment, Ministère de l'Environnement de la Saskatchewan. On Friday, May 31st, 2013, Conservation Officer Justin Naxted and a fellow officer were on duty en route to conduct natural resources enforcement patrols in Blackstrap Provincial Park in Saskatchewan. They were traveling in a marked departmental vehicle on Highway 11, south of Saskatoon. In the early evening, they came upon a traffic accident that was being attended by members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Traffic on Highway 11 was severely disrupted, and the conservation officers engaged in assisting the police in diverting traffic around the accident scene. Conservation Officer Naxted was thus occupied when the driver of a sports utility vehicle, which had been observed driving in an unusual manner and had consequently been stopped by the police, sped away from the police. It accelerated towards the accident scene and struck Officer Naxted. Conservation Officer Naxted died as a result of the injuries he sustained. Conservation Officer Naxted was 23 years old. His parents, Howard and Lori Naxted, as well as his brother Dawson and sister Trina, will forever miss him.
Right! Attack! Attack!
We will now honor these fallen heroes with a moment of silence. Nous rendrons maintenant hommage à nos héros disparus en observant un moment de silence.
Send it! Ice!
Please be seated for the laying of the wreaths. Veuillez vous asseoir pour le dépôt des couronnes. The first wreath will be presented by the Honorable Stephen Blaney, Minister of the Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness. La première couronne sera présentée par l'Honorable Stephen Blaney, Ministre de la Sécurité publique et de la Protection civile.
He's already asked about it, so. Already asked about it, so. Yeah. I hope they're done something. So we got. Now the thing you have to coordinate those. When they get married.
Representing the Canadian Police Association, President Tom Stamatakis. Représentant l'Association canadienne des policiers, le président Tom Stamatakis. Representing the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, President Clive Wayhill. Représentant l'Association canadienne des chefs de police, le président Clive Wayhill. Representing the Canadian Peace Officers Memorial Association, President Dennis Brock. Représentant l'Association canadienne commémorative des agents de la paix, le président Dennis Brock. Representing the United States of America Law Enforcement and Fraternal Order of Police, Detective David Kellner and Lieutenant Frank Graniero. Représentant l'Ordre fraternel des policiers responsables de l'application des lois des États-Unis, le détective David Kellner et le lieutenant Frank Graniero. The final wreath will be laid by family members. La dernière couronne sera déposée par les membres des familles. Please stand for the national anthems. Members of the congregation, please replace headdress. Veuillez vous lever pour les hymnes nationaux. Membres de la congrégation, veuillez remettre vos chapeaux.
Attack!
Gloria
Please remain standing for the prayer of dismissal. Veuillez demeurer debout pour la prière du départ.
Que Dieu te bénisse et te garde. Que Dieu fasse pour toi rayonner son visage et te fasse grâce. Que Dieu vous protège et qu'il vous donne la paix. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and fill you with his grace. The Lord protect you and give you peace. Amen.
Please remain standing for the march past. At the conclusion of the march past, the Minister of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness, the Honorable Stephen Blaney, would welcome the presence of all invited guests, police and peace officers and their families at a reception to be held in the Hall of Honor, Center Block, Parliament Hill, directly behind me. Veuillez demeurer debout pour le défilé. À la fin du défilé, le ministre de la Sécurité publique et de la Protection civile, l'honorable Stephen Blaney, convie tous les invités ainsi que les agents de police et de la paix et leurs familles à une réception qui aura lieu dans la galerie d'honneur à l'édifice du Centre sur la colline parlementaire, directement en arrière de moi.
We'll march past in Commémoration. Column 2 leading. Move to the right. Right. Turn. Column 2. Turn. Congratulations, Colin.
Canada in succession by Platoon. Right? Up. One platoon. Rise. One. Two platoon. Rise. One. Angel Police! Eyes! Right!
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our service. The hat bearers will remain at the hats for a few moments for any questions or photos from members of the next of kin of the fallen officers. We kindly ask that other members of the congregation to please access the honor hall by going around the stairs. Thank you. Mesdames et messieurs, ceci met fin à notre service. Les porteurs de coiffure demeureront près des coiffures quelques minutes pour répondre aux questions et permettre aux proches des disparus de prendre des photos. Nous demanderions aux autres membres de la congrégation de bien vouloir se rendre à la galerie d'honneur en contournant les escaliers. Merci, bonne journée.